I will start shaking thinking about it because I have a crippling fear of heights. Absolutely crippling.
Hello, welcome to our weekly video. My name is Kevin Amos, founder of Pine Financial. Today I have a very special guest, Justin Cooper. Hey, you found us here on Facebook or on YouTube. Hit like, hit subscribe. We're trying to build a network here, a channel here to help more real estate investors just like you. Today we're going to talk, Justin, about getting to know you. I know most of your clients know you, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to just take 1 week and just ask you some questions about you, maybe a little bit more of your personal side, and then also get into some detail about your work with Pine Financial and your work as a real estate investor yourself. So with that, why don't you tell us, who is Justin Cooper?
uh, yeah, Kevin. Well, first off, thanks for having me. I love the idea of this kind of get to know you thing. We haven't really done that, at least not in a long time, certainly not in this format. So I love the idea. And I hope our clients and our listeners and followers get something out of it and get to know us a little bit better. So I was born in New York, born and raised on Long Island. And I came to Colorado to go to college. I went to Colorado State University out here and really never looked back. I think I went back for one, maybe 2 summers in college, and that's been it. So I went to school up in Fort Collins, Colorado, and then I got a job and I made my way down to Denver. And that's where I've been really ever since. So I live here now in Denver, Colorado, in one of the southern suburbs, Littleton, married. Got 2 kids, got, the house with the picket fence, dog, the whole thing. So just really loving it. Just the other day, we had that huge snowstorm. We're out there having snowball fights, going sledding. And then, 3 days later, it was like 50 degrees. And so we're walking around in t-shirts. And so just, everything like that comes with Colorado living, just love it and love enjoying it all with my family these days.
Yeah, I remember when you and I first started working together, you were living downtown. And I remember you moving to the suburbs and how much fun that was for you. And I was like so excited to have you be in a neighborhood with cul-de-sacs. And you ended up right on a cul-de-sac in a fantastic neighborhood.
Yeah, it's been life-changing, to a certain extent, especially these days with the pandemic. Where we were in Denver was on a busy street, like literally buses would go down our street, so you can't have the kids out riding bikes in the street. You can't be playing like that. Everybody has the garages off the alley in downtown Denver. And so you don't really see your neighbors. And so we didn't have many close friends close by. And now through the pandemic, we're outside. The kids are playing with the other kids on the cul-de-sac. Parents are out enjoying a little beverage at happy hour and watching the kids play. And it has been a lifesaver getting through the pandemic and just in general, meeting other folks. Folks tend to live in similar neighborhoods to other folks like them to a certain extent. So, with what we do, I like to think we're professionals. And so we're in neighborhoods with other professionals and just hearing their experiences and their stories, and having our kids grow up together. It's been fantastic so far. We've been here almost 3 years and just loving it down here.
All right. So you're a professional. You work with Pine Financial Group. Tell me a little bit about your work as a lender and working with Pine Financial.
Yeah. So another life-changing event was joining Pine Financial. I got started in real estate. That's right. 10 years. It's been 10 years. And to be honest, it does not feel like 10 years at all. I've worked for a couple of other places. I sold plumbing supplies for 8 years. And then I sold HVAC equipment for 3 years. Those 3 years selling HVAC equipment felt like 10. But now 10 years being in real estate, working with you, Kevin, and everybody else at Pine, it doesn't feel anywhere close to 10 years. It's been just so much fun. I think being able to live the passion of real estate investing and helping other people invest in real estate and watching other people grow and have success and really define and shape the way they want their life on their own terms, which is what real estate investing can do for people. It has for me. I think it has for you too. And then being able to watch ourselves, the Pine family, do these things, but then also help and watch other folks have success and know that we played a part in it. It's just been fantastic. I love getting up and talking to people about real estate all day, every day.
Yeah, you're very good at that, by the way.
At talking?
And helping your clients. I know that's a passion of yours. You want to talk a little bit about what exactly you do with Pine Financial that helps your clients with their success?
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of what drew me to Pine Financial initially, and a lot of what I still absolutely love is the education, sharing what I know, what I've experienced as a real estate investor to help others understand what real estate investing is and, of course, isn't. And it's not a lot of what HGTV makes it look like. It's not what a lot of the gurus make it seem like. It's not necessarily easy, but to a certain extent, it is simple. And just making sure they understand how simple it is, what those right steps are, walking them through the process. And of course, at Pine Financial, we are hard money lenders. So what specifically I do is I help them get the money that they need to either do fix and flips, to buy rental properties. Sometimes we do new construction projects with our clients. And so really what I do is educate folks on what hard money is and how investing can work using hard money. And then when they need a loan, I'm there to kind of walk them through the process and make sure they're getting into a good deal, evaluating things appropriately, making sure their scopes of work and budgets are accurate and correct, really making sure they're going to be successful, and then giving them a loan and helping them actually do the deal.
And you have the experience and the background to help them both with the loan side, the financing side, but actually with the deal structure and even beyond that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your real estate investing background, and then maybe go into a little detail on what, if anything, you're working on right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So I did my first deal back in 2007. I think I started learning about real estate probably 2003, 2004. I did get into the whole guru circuit, following the different gurus, going to the hotels, and the seminars and all that stuff. But I actually bought my first deal back in '07. And, depending on who you were, that was either a great time to invest or a not great time to invest. And it being my first deal, I really learned just how green I was and how little I knew. So I wound up losing about $10,000 on that first deal back then. But really, in general, it just maybe I thought I was going to love investing in real estate. And then actually going through the process, it sealed the deal. Like, yes, this is for me. I know there's a better way. I know I screwed things up. I did some Monday morning quarterbacking. What did I do wrong? How could I do it better? Definitely slowed me down. But this was the path for me. I just had to figure it out a little bit more and get into a little bit more. And so even though I lost money in that first deal, that's what really set me down this path. And since then, I've done more fix and flips, partnered with some folks on new construction projects. I've been buying rental properties with my wife. So today, really the big thing is obviously being a hard money lender and still having my hand in fix and flips all day, every day, but not having, to me, the headache of working with contractors. Some people love it. Some people are great at it. I've found I'm probably not the best at dealing with contractors, but I get that fix of seeing properties get turned around, which I love. But personally, we're buying rental properties. That's the big focus for my wife and I personally. And I've been doing some coaching, helping other folks buy rental properties. And that's just been a blast because that ties into, Pine Financial's direction and motivation of helping and educating folks. And I get to help folks now kind of across the country buy rental properties and grow their net worth that way. And it's been a lot of fun, actually. That's really what it is. It's just been fun helping people, watching people grow.
So you've had a lot of success, and I've watched you grow over the last 10 years, right? When we started working together, you were fairly new. Heck, I was fairly new as well. And it's been just a real pleasure to watch you grow and become the successful investor that you are now. So successful people, Justin, normally have some type of routine. What I've noticed is there's, pretty regular, something very consistent that they try to accomplish. Either it's every day or every week or something like that. Is there any morning routine or weekly routine or anything that you do that you could attribute some of your success to?
Yeah, I think so. I think over the past couple of years, I've wanted to have a morning routine. I've read about morning routines. There's a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod that really helped me focus and pay more attention to the morning routine. And then my wife and I took a nice long trip to Africa, which was amazing. But when I came back, I had a lot of jet lag and I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning. And that's like just close enough to the alarm to
Right.
not necessarily go to sleep, right? So I just kind of embraced it and started getting up at 4:30 and spending time doing some of those savers, as Hal calls it, some meditation, some affirmations, exercising, these types of things. And that morning routine has changed over time. I still get up almost every single weekday at 4:30. Now it's really just evolved into the house is quiet. We've got two small kids. The house is not quiet most of the day, but at 4:30 in the morning, the house is just quiet. And I get up and I go downstairs. I drink a glass of water, get myself hydrated because we get a little dehydrated overnight, and just sit and have some quiet time and sit with my thoughts. I read some email newsletters, catch up on the news, check emails. I know that's not necessarily what you're supposed to do at 5 a.m., but for me, it's a chance to just kind of clear the schedule, get my mind right for the day. What are the big tasks that need to happen? And then I put together a to-do list and actually pencil all the things out and prioritize it. And then somewhere around 5:45, 6 o'clock, I start like the morning chores. I start waking up the house, open the blinds, empty the dishwasher, fold laundry, some of the things like that to just kind of help the whole family get up and going. And then next thing I know, I'm having breakfast with the family and we're out the door taking the kids to school. And then usually by about 8:15, everybody's out the door starting their day. And so then it's time for me to sit down at the desk here, get on the phone, get on the emails and get the day going.
4:30 every morning. I didn't realize you were still doing that. That's
I
crazy.
am.
So what's some advice that you would share with the viewer here? Our viewers, you're a regular on this channel, do quite a few solo videos, lots of education on this YouTube channel. What advice would you give in maybe 60 seconds to one of the viewers?
Yeah. So I think one of the big things is to just get clarity. When we take phone calls from new investors, people who've gone through the gurus, the infomercials, the whatever it is, just read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I want to invest in real estate. Great. But that is such a huge topic. So step one is just get clarity. I want to do fix and flips. I want to wholesale. I want to buy rental properties. I want to get into commercial, whatever it is, just get clarity on what you really want to do. And then within that, determine your criteria, right? What I like to say is, we have goalposts and anything in between the goalposts is a yes. And anything outside of the goalpost is a no. So what's going to be a yes, right? We got to figure that out. So as we're evaluating deals and talking to wholesalers and, getting to know lenders, this is what we're looking for here in the goalpost. And we know when something else comes in that's not a fit, we're not going to do that. And then from there, just drill down a little bit deeper, understand how to analyze the deals. How do the numbers work on this? What formulas do you want to use? And then once you have all that kind of figured out, just take massive action. Get on the phone, go to the meetings, see a lot of properties, just take massive action. And that's either how you're going to get started or you're going to be scaling your business, I think.
Awesome. So a couple more real quick, then we'll wrap this up. But I'm curious if there's anything that, maybe most people don't know about you that you're willing to share.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day because, you and I were actually talking about going skydiving together, and that's intrigued me for years. I've always wanted to do that for some reason, but at the same time, like I almost start shaking thinking about it because I have a crippling fear of heights. Absolutely crippling. It's never prevented me from doing anything, but I take a long time to climb mountains, to do other things. Crippling fear of heights.
I was just talking to my daughter. She has the same fear, and I think that's one of the more common ones, right? The fear of height.
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm just weird.
All right, let's wrap this up. Coop, anything else? Something you want to share? Anything at all before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think a lot of folks hear us say that Pine Financial succeeds when our clients succeed, or some variation of that. And it's kind of hard to really make sure people understand that, but it is absolutely true. All the behind the scenes conversations we have, talking about deals, talking about our marketing, what kind of classes should we put together? Everything kind of evolves around how do we make sure our clients truly are successful? And that means that, yes, we're going to have hard conversations with our clients, and they're not fun conversations all the time, but it is in the best interest of our clients if and when we have those hard conversations. And just really, I want people to understand that when we're out there doing these things, yes, it's fun to invest in real estate, and yes, we can all make some good money on it, but we truly want to see you be successful.
Fantastic. And how do people reach you?
Yeah, best way is probably email. So justin@pinefinancialgroup.com.
And you could check us out at www.pinefinancialgroup.com.